station. Now broadcasting.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's got a gain of 6 there. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another run for Henry. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Running once more with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Lamar off the play fake. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Jackson now on 3rd. It is caught at the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now Wilson on the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Now Wilson on third and long. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Russ. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have second and pretty long here. Pushing for the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Lamar now from the gun. He lofts one deep, center of the field. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Steelers will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. Not a lot of arms in this league can deliver that throw from half the field away. Unfortunately, it goes right into the hands of the other team.
Throwing power and arm distance and strength, well, it's only part of the equation here, Kate. Sure, super impressive to see the ball fly that far in a rope, but you still have to have the accuracy to go down there and hit the spot. And oh, by the way, the cognition to recognize if that throw is there or not. One or maybe both of those factors certainly absent on that decision.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. Wilson now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Steelers in possession. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They motion the tight end over. Here he is on third and long. Warren's got it, complete.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
This one strikes down at the one, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw for Jackson. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
From the gun, Jackson. Aguilar with the grab. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. And again, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They go play fake with Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Cut near the goal line. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He's back to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This one falls incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters, so a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
A lot of grass ahead. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Steelers' 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
A run for Warren here to start the 3rd. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
So now they're going to throw with Wilson. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Wilson. It's taken in by Williams. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Warren running between the tackles. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Russ looking to throw. He's on the move. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. So we're through 3 here. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second down now, 7 to go. It's Henry on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Big gap up the middle. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
On 1st down, Warren. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Steelers losing by 4. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On play action now, Wilson. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. King Henry. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he drives this forward to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. No gain on the play, and they have to come up with 7 yards now on 3rd and goal. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score, and with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So in front of a flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Rodgers going to come out throwing. He gets it underneath to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Hall on a give up the middle. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
26. Come out.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rodgers. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now an audible here into something else. Rodgers going to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
A handoff for Hall.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Box it. Flip it down.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Right now, you got 58. Get 300. Get
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to run with Hall.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Look left. Be alert.
Now it's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good, 4 down. Friday.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Warren.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Warren will try the right side.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Rodgers gonna go on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
One last shot for Wilson.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well.